There's a big corridor. I just scared them all away, but right, there's another group eating some extreme bottom wafers. I estimate there's probably 300 in here or something. It's definitely over 100, over 200. These guys eat and eat and eat. They're actually predating on their own eggs faster than I can get to them now, so I have to pull some out in order to get some viable eggs. I need more babies. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool seeing them all in a pile. They really go nuts after the massive ore pellets from Hikari. There's two cloudy water goldfish. This tank's giving me fits right now. They gotta go out in the outdoor pond. It's a big molly in the milk water. There's her male. This thing, dirty tank. Let's look over here. Here's the angelfish today, this morning. I need to put them in a separate tank to get me some babies of them. I like them. I think they were like super red or super orange koi angels or something. I can't remember what I bought them as. Big clown loaches in there. 10 of them. Goes the rainbow. There's a big clown loach. There's a baby bushy nose. My albino corridoras. I did just pull a batch of eggs out of there a couple days ago. Marble angels and more cloudy water. Oops. Yep, 2 pairs of breeding angels in there. I like them. And right here's the guppy tub. They know they're about to get some food. So many guppies in here. There's some nice color too. I started with a pile of rejected black Moscow guppies and just a bunch of fancy mixed guppies. So many guppies. I think there's over 1,000 in here. And a few platies jumped over from the turtle tank. What else we got? Other than a big mess. This is the rainbow fish and other tank stuff, other fish stuff. There's one back there. This tank is super reflecty. You can't get any good views. The sun's not up yet. It's risen, it's just not high in the sky. Here's one of those guys. Green water, Honduran red points. I guess they're not gonna cooperate. Look, there's a tub full of Gambusia mosquito fish, native to Florida, caught out of a ditch here in my neighborhood. Of course you can't see them on film, but we're going back to the goldfish pond. There's the turtle thing for the daytime turtle sunning. There's a pond full of duckweed. I mean, a frog bit. There's Louie. There's Louie. 33-year-old iguana. Let's go back to the pond now. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of tubs and stuff back here too. Not much to look at, but bunch of guppy grass. There's my frog bed that I take to sell. Leaky tank, cracked tank, bunch of other crap. Nothing active out here. Plants. I don't even know what kind of plants these are. There's some more guppy grass and crap in there. But it leaks. Doesn't hold much water anymore. Let's go feed the goldfish in the tub. They're in the pond. Oh well, they put it down on the duckweed, I see. That's why I brought them out here. To eat some of this duckweed. All you really get to see is them start nibbling. Well, it's probably too early to go look at more stuff. Now we're in the fish room. This is Sean's old room. My sister Sean. There's a koi angel. There's the male koi angel. They're still young, haven't given me any eggs yet. These, if I remember, these are PetSmart fish. These fish came from PetSmart. I think these are the only fish I own right now that came from PetSmart. But they were called orange neon swordtails, I do believe. Swordtail platies, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, there's hiding over here under the plants. Right there's the male. 4 females and 1 male I got. He is starting to show a little sword, I guess, not much. These Dumbos, I haven't gotten any Dumbo ear guppies. The female is genetically altered or something. She's not right. So I added a Moscow female to see if I could get some babies in here. Tinfoil guppies. That's the original male out of the trio I bought. Both females died, but not after giving me a batch of babies. They're starting to color up pretty nice. Random angelfish. And a couple, 2 pairs of breeding bushy nose plecos. Right there's a big male. Right over here is one of the females. Munching on probably an extreme bottom lifer. Bunch of random angels I got in a trade with a guy, a local guy. I traded him a bunch of guppies, I think, or something, plants or something. I think there's 7 of them in here. Oh, they're hiding. There's one of the young baby bushy nose from last year. He's probably almost a year old now. There's another one. Bushy nose babies. These are feeder guppies. Tons of color out of the feeder guppies. Some people call them heritage strains too. But there's a lot of nice color. That is a nice female. Up here I'm fighting green water again. All kinds of fancy guppies in here, but of course you can't see them. Some hiding in the algae there, but there's a ton of babies. Can't see them from any angle. Tons of babies. I just plucked about a few hundred out of there in the last few days. There's my pearl gouramis. It's two females and a male. Right there's the male. He gets so bright red when he's getting after his girls. It's not colored up at all right now. Black Moscow guppies. This is my second tier tank. I have to call this one out pretty heavy again. But these aren't my good Moscows. I lost this tank, I think. I still got a good pure black strain going though in a 10-gallon. There's one of my bettas. Pretty cool. He's got a buddy over here in the green water. He's a pretty beautiful fish, I think. This guy, they like attention. I got my pearl and Java moss there. It's just starting. It's early in the day. That's a mess of plants. Originating out of a Walmart hang-on bank. It's back there, I swear. It's where the, yep, right there, you see it. It's right there. It's still flowing water. This was a black Moscow tank, but it's kind of got to the point where it's inaccessible. Right here's my feeding hole. I got another small access point right there. Other than that, I can't get to it. Angels. Now it's time to go to the next room. There we are looking at Louie. He's blind in the left eye, so he can't see me right now, but he can hear me. Right, Louie? Are you trying to see me? Alright. Green water again. Can't get away from the green water this year. There's Gambusia in there. Mosquito fish, blue acara. These guys are cool, I think, in the big school. Too cool for school. I just scraped the tank. Oh yeah, I threw a bunch of Moscows in there too. Yep, I'm not giving you food, but I need to sell these guys. Platies. Loads and loads of platies. I need to do a water change on this tank. Although I think it's going green. And a water change will only fuel it if it is going green. So I gotta do some testing here. I get tons of bushy nose out of this tank. There's some in there that are under a 1/4 inch. Alright, here's one for a matter of fact. Little baby. Of course he went and hid when I pointed my phone at him, but here's the albino female. I don't see There's a big mystery snail. Not big, but he's a decent size mystery. Oh, right here's another. Little bushy nose. I didn't see another tiny one moving in the back there, but there's another little guy. Anyway, these were supposed to be bluegrass guppies, but I'm seeing more red and yellow than blue. But who knows? They're definitely not breeding true, whatever they are. So much glare, sorry. I guess the baby albino bushy nose. Back up a little, so. Let's see, he's pretty small. Right here's my good Moscows. All black bodies. Some of the females need to come out, but I just picked, I think it was 12 pairs out of here 2 days ago. Right here's my Panda Cory breeding tank. You see, well, you can't see, but it's full of roots and plants. The roots are from this thing, which Louie pulls out from time to time, but yeah, those wild potato vines have gotten me success with the Panda Corridoras. These are Heteranda formosa. Oh, Heteranda formosa, the smallest live bearer in the world. And there's a little shrimp. And then there's Louie again. Over here, we have a lot of mollies. But we also have a lot of Siamese algae eaters. And I'm 95% sure that I saw some babies of the Siamese algae eaters under here yesterday. Of course, it's way too small. I saw about 10 of them, I think. They looked like little hares. Like there's the one baby I made of my angelfish. Hopefully to make more with the new RO system. Our water's too hard. Their eggs calcify. There's a pea puffer. There's actually 3 pea puffers in here. He just ran through the weeds. They're not being... Those are the chili rasboras, or the Brigitei rasboras. They are real cool fish. That's brine shrimp, baby brine shrimp, you see, wiggling around. Well, I guess they're just gonna stay hiding. Too scary to have a camera pointing at you. Just some mixed guppies. kitchen. This is the oldest tank. It's been set up since the mid-90s. So around 30 years. These are my baby. Well, they're about a year old. Bushy nose, albino bushy nose, plecos. There's 2 of them in here. It looks like the male. There's what I think is a female in here too. But they are only a year old or so. Just moved some neon tetras out here. They hide all the time, unfortunately. The Malaysian trumpet snails are prolific in here, but I have been overfeeding just so I could spread them through all my tanks. That's why they're coming up now, because I've cut the feeding off and they're like, oh no, we're hungry. I should probably take that black skirt tetra out with the rest in the 65. At one point there was like 9 species of tetras in here. This is a 20 gallon, and with those 9 species, at one point there were over 70 fish in this tank. And while counting snails and shrimp, there were over 80 living creatures in this tank. I have currently just tore out probably 80% of the dwarf Sagittaria that was in this tank. It was totally full of plants, and that's why I'm able to overstock my tanks, I guess is the word, because I do use plants extensively to filter my water. And that's how I can have hundreds of fish in a 20 gallon, is because of the plants. Generally all basic filtration, such as sponge filters. I do run a few hang-on backs, not many. Like, I think 3 right now. This tank does have one. That's a Walmart hang-on back. They seem to be bulletproof. Right here, these started as bedded tanks. Now they're full of guppies because the bettas passed away. And now we're back to where we started, I think. Can't remember where I started, but I know I was here at one point. I think you saw all my fish tanks in this video, including some outdoor tubs and ponds. They're always right. Oh.